Hey guys, I saw the fountain pen hobby tag going around, so I decided to jump in on it. I am new to this fountain pen hobby. I've only been doing this maybe like 3, 4, probably about 3 or 4 years. So this is going to be the newbie edition. So you can see what the new girl thinks. All right, let's jump right into the questions. Number one, do you have a favorite ink brand? And that's like picking your favorite child. Not, I do have 3 favorite brands that pretty much my go-tos, and that is Robert Oster. These 2 I'm using right now for Christmas, holidays, and journaling. This is Blood Rose and Peppermint, but I have a bunch of them up there in my shelving unit, and yeah, definitely one of my favorite inks. Also, Diamine, absolutely beautiful, beautiful inks, and I love the large glass bottles. They're just gorgeous. And lately, my 3rd favorite ink is from Vinta, and I've been enjoying these. This is Gold Dust, Serena, and Laguna. And these have absolutely beautiful shading. I don't know, it's just a new favorite. I know a lot of people are into the Sailor right now, but I discovered these and I am definitely enjoying these a lot. Okay, so that was question number 1. Question number 2, how many pen pals do you have? Lots, few, none. Technically, I have 2. One is my friend from when I grew up, and she only lives about half hour, 45 minutes away from me, but we write to each other a couple of times a year, and it's the funniest thing, and we're always sending each other, we write to each other. So it's her, my aunt who has Parkinson's, who's having trouble now communicating because the Parkinson's has affected her vocal cords. So it's difficult for her to be on the phone with me. So I started writing her letters on pretty paper with lots of, pretty ink colors and stuff like that, including pictures and stuff when I can. And a new friend that I made here on YouTube. And we've been sort of communicating a little bit. So, yeah, so I guess 3. Okay, are you all done buying fountain pens? Nope, I'm just getting started. How many people have you spread the fountain pen fever to? Absolutely nobody. Nobody in my life cares about this at all in any way. They don't get it. They're like, what's wrong with a Bic? They just don't understand. Question number 5. Who influenced you into the hobby? I'm going to say my mother. And here on YouTube, Allie Brown. Question number 6. Favorite fountain pen friendly notebook paper? I love Tomoe River paper. I know it's a love-hate thing with people. I love it. And the other paper that I discovered just recently, well, I have a Rhodia notebook, but it's in the ivory, and I think it writes differently than the original white paper. I can feel the slightest difference in it. I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but I found this on a sale rack for $1.97, and let me tell you, I searched and searched and searched for more pads, but it was the only one there. But I was lucky enough to get it, and this will not be the last Rhodia book that I got, because writing on this paper is purely like writing on butter. And I will use this if I just need to like scribble. I just need to like use my hand to just like scratch away at something. I just start like doodling on this paper. And yeah, you can see this is just like a lot of nonsense. Just you know, whatever, trying out new inks and stuff. But I love this paper. I just wish it wasn't like so stark white. I wish this was in ivory. Okay, so that was question number 6. Have you ever thought about quitting the hobby and getting rid of all of your pens and inks? No, just getting started. It'd be a shame to quit now. Question number 8. If you could meet any famous fountain pen person, who would it be? Okay, first of all, already met Esterbrook Pens. I went to the New York pen show 2 years in a row. First year, I was completely intimidated, wouldn't talk to anybody, wouldn't look anybody in the eye. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. The second year I went back, I had been playing with a bunch of starter pens and was starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. And I stopped at the Esterbrook because this pen, the Esterbrook SD in green, green's my favorite color. So that just like stopped me dead right there in my tracks. And I was like, oh, what is that pen? What is that beautiful pen you have there? So they started asking me some questions about, my writing style. And I had said, I don't know, I use a medium nib. Doesn't everybody use a medium nib? This is how new I was to this. And I said, but I really just don't like my handwriting. And they stopped me right there and they said, I want you to try writing with these other nibs. And they had a beautiful display set up so you could test out every single nib that was there. It was a joy. And I tested the 1.1, and the second I started writing with it, I felt my handwriting change. And yeah, just right there, I said, okay, you've convinced me. And yeah, 1.1 became my favorite nib, and I plunked down the money right there, and this is my absolute favorite pen, and it changed so many things for me about my love of fountain pens, the beginning of my fountain pen journey, whatever you want to call it, and my appreciation for Esterbrook. So it's all their fault. And they were so nice. And aside from Esterbrook, I would really like to meet Inky Rocks. She is just like the coolest chick. She has the most gorgeous ink videos up on YouTube. She used to be like, she used to fly planes, and yeah, total cool chick. And love her videos, super creative. And yeah, so I'd like to meet her. That was question number 8. Question number 9. How many fountain pens would you like to own? Could be more or less than you actually have. I probably have about 20 right now, but a bunch of them are kind of starters, things I was trying out. Again, with the nib thing, I had to find like, what I was comfortable with. So I'd say, so I could probably get rid of some of my starter pens, and I'd like to stay somewhere in the 10 to 20 range, but I'm going to say check back with me this time next year, and let's see if I stick to that. There's so many pretty pens out there. Favorite pen case or sleeve? And these are both by the same company. This is hand-stitched leather tee, and I have my Hobony 2 Weeks cover is in this leather, so I purchased a pen sleeve in the, I think it's called dark mahogany, and I have my Kaveco Sports in here because they're too cute together. Look at that. And I also purchased a pen case from them, and I have some other fountain pens in here. It's a zip up, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soft leather. So loving her leathers so much. Let's see. Question number 11. If you could go to any pen show in the world, which one would it be? And I've already been to New York, so If they have one in Arizona, that'd be awesome. Somebody give me a heads up. Let me know, because I have family out that way, and that'd be great. And other than that, I'd love to go to the Tokyo one that Inky Rocks goes to, but the chances of me getting on a plane for 24 hours, probably not very high. And how much space do you dedicate to the hobby? So if you've seen my Instagram or my other YouTube video, I show the storage unit that I have for my inks. Basically, whatever fits in there are all the inks that I will own. If they don't fit in there, they don't come home. And I have a couple of like bins and baskets for journals and these 2 pen cases and a cigar box that I keep my other pens and little doodad things in. So basically that's it. That's all the space that I dedicate to it. This is my dining room though, and there is a storage cabinet behind me that I use to store other art supplies, because I do watercolors and writing and journaling and junk journaling and all kinds of other things. So yeah, so that's how much space I use for it. And I decided to throw in a bonus question. Do you have a favorite ink color? And my favorite ink color, well, this is really about fountain pens. It's not really about inks. But all right, since I already threw it out there, my favorite ink would be green. I love green. All the green inks to go with it. My Vinta inks, my Robert Oster inks, this Pilot Shin Ryoku ink, Kala Nostalgia, gorgeous green ink, and Edelstein Olivine, which is pretty too. It's not a lot of shading, but it's still a very pretty color. So that's it. So that's it for my fountain pen hobby newbie edition tag video. Hope you liked watching. Do this, tag me, and speak to y'all soon. Thanks.